What's up, everyone? It's Mike here for you with another review. Tonight, let's talk about OG coals. Alright folks, these are the brand new coconut coals brought to you by the good folks at OGBowls.com. A huge shout out to everyone over there for making this review possible. But moving on, these are the flat style coals. They do have cubes as well, but tonight we're just talking about the flats. First and foremost, you'll notice the packaging. Very simple plastic bag, 120 pieces of the coals inside. My speculation, don't quote me, but brand new to the market, kind of getting their feet wet, testing the waters. My guess is they might have some upgraded packaging further down the road. But again, don't quote me. But still, you can't judge a book by its cover. So, the consistency of the cut, as you see folks, I've got a handful or so out, all very close in the cut. No complaints whatsoever. It's a very nice consistency. So, moving on to the lighting of them. First and foremost, I will say they do produce an odor. Their coals tends to happen. I do light my coals indoors, so I do notice these things. I will say that I've had far worse coals and far worse smelling coals. Typically, you get a forest fire type aroma. With these, I get more of a sweet smelling aroma from them while they're lighting. Very far less bothersome than your forest fire type aroma. Now, as far as light time goes, they do have a little bit longer of a light time than some other coals. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing. When it comes to coals, they're consisted of different components, and some of those components are a little less solid than others, and you get your end result. Basically, the longer the light time, the more solid the fillers of the coals. So that's a good thing. That also kind of explains the smell that I'm getting from these. Instead of the forest fire type aroma, I'm getting more of a sweet smell. So I'm guessing there's a little more of a solid filler in these coals. Anyhow, light time on a 1,000-watt burner at high temperature, I got 8 minutes 45 seconds. So that's going to depend on your burner. Still not bad. I throw them on the burner, set things up. By the time I'm done, they're ready to go. So moving on. I'm in my second round, almost to the end actually. Wanted to give you the lifetime of the first round using my Regal Melek water in the base aluminum dream hose Goodfella V1 bowl, single layer of HD foil, and I am using the wind cover. So let's see what we have. So as you see folks, even this far in the session, I'm still getting wonderful clouds. I am using a mixture of pure vanilla and AF blueberry, so I'm going to get good clouds regardless. But in either case, getting nice clouds from the coals. Now, that goes into the heat. I'm not a scientist. I don't have a thermometer measuring the temperature of these things. I will say that they do have an ideal temperature for me. I've used them with a number of different tobaccos, packing methods, bowls, things like that. They're not too hot and they're not low temperature at all. So again, that's going to be dependent on the variables I just mentioned. Tobaccos used, bowls used, packing methods, so forth and so on. Now, the odor that I mentioned during lighting does not transfer over to the actual smoke session. That's very nice. As I said, I'm smoking pure vanilla AF blueberry, and that's all that I'm tasting while I'm smoking. So very nice. No cold taste whatsoever. Now, to go ahead and talk about the ash, the longevity of the coals. You see here, guys, went on about 20 minutes till 9. And I'm just using your standard rotation of the coals, standard ashing of the coals, and hopefully through the course of these pictures you'll see that the ash content is very minimal. Very nice. Other coals out there, far more ash. No complaints whatsoever with this. Now, as far as breaking their coals, I would be lying if I said that none of them has ever broken, because they do. I tend to drop my coals a little harder than I should, so you can probably put some of the blame on me. But in either case, not too much of a complaint at all. I'll get one in like 10 or 15 coals that break, so definitely no complaints. So by the end of all things, about 55 minutes or so into the session, I called it quits, went ahead and put the second round on. Now that's not using a wind cover during the first round. So using a wind cover, different things like that, you can expand the lifetime. Either case, just about an hour for flat style coals, definitely not bad at all. So folks, I think that's just about it. Trying to think if there's anything else. So my final opinion, to recap: minimal ash, not too many problems breaking, no coal taste while smoking, very consistent cut. I think they're good coals. Definitely recommend them. I'll be using them quite often, so I don't have any complaints about them. Check them out. You can find them at ogbulls.com. I'll leave a direct link in the description below. You'll also be able to find them at a few of your other favorite vendors, so be sure to go and look for them. That being said, folks, thanks for watching. If you can, please comment, like, and subscribe. And until next time, smoke on.